Alrighty, everybody. Spawning in the. I almost feel like you need to do the intro, but don't worry, I got it.
No,
I
you
got it. We
do it.
got
You do it. You do it.
Matreiuss.
It's going so well.
We we got Matreiuss down here in the blue people going Loki. So I was correct in that. We got Loki for Matreiuss in the blue, microing down a starting elephant, which is delicious. And then we got Nullus up here going. This is amazing, dude. This is completely amazing. Nullus going Odin, and he great hunts his starting elephant. So he starts with double elephant. This is like random map 6.3 from back in the day.
I gotta get in
Amazing.
there. I gotta get in there. Nullus, he's
Right.
blundered this opening. Not really. There's no blunder, but he could have had a ridiculous opening. The gold mine is close to the wood line. The elephant spawn. All he had to do was drag his elephant in and then click Great Hunt. And then he could have dragged it underneath the town center, had one ox cart, and gone for a possibly an undefendable rush. But that's neither here nor there. What is this tournament we've got here? I've heard it's pretty bloody amazing.
You tell us, man. You tell us. Okay, fine.
What's the video timer? 1:13? This is bullshit.
1:30. 1:30, baby.
Oh, you're too forgiving.
Absolutely 1:30. You think it's too forgiving?
No, I don't care. I just 9 times out of 10, vetoes are used because someone screws up a build order. And that's not why vetoes were introduced. That's my opinion.
Okay, you can join, by the way.
All right.
In my opinion, rather than screwing up a build order like scouting hunt, scouting gold mines, stuff like that, that's where my
no
hunt
hunt.
says Matreiuss.
Okay. Fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah, Matreiuss was Loki, so he didn't have the great hunted elephant there, eh?
Yeah. He would have had, there would have been a little bit of extra hunt somewhere on the map, actually.
Not a whole lot. We saw another map like that. I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
Anyway, so second iteration here, people. Second iteration of Mega Random. What do we have? We have Matreiuss, left-hand side, playing Loki with the whole slew of cows. Holy crap.
Sorry, I just
Okay, and we have Boit co-casting with us, everybody. Nullus laughing. He says, "Can I reverse veto?" I know. Yeah. In fact, okay. So having said that, we have Loki for Matreiuss on the left-hand side, and in the red we have Nullus. We have Nullus going Odin. He just used Great Hunt. What did he use it on? All the boars?
Yeah, I believe he used it on the boars. Yep.
Okay, so we have a whole whopping 4 starting boars, and how many is that? 8 cows? 8 cows and 4 boars. I don't think Nullus needs to leave his base anytime soon.
Yeah, this is both amazing and awful at the same time. Because...
Do tell.
Well, Odin's advantage in this map comes in two forms. So one is that he gets the better early game because he's got the extra hunt bonus. So he can go and smash into the Loki player nice and early, maybe push off hunt and get an early advantage. And the other one comes in the shape of Ragnarok. So while the cows are fantastic for him getting Ragnarok, it means that the Loki player has a really, really nice food source to fall back on during that early pressure that happens. So it's win-lose for both players in a way.
That is okay. So that's very true. That's very true. I agree. Having said that, since there are so many cows, like if you look at Nullus's base, he has 13 for crying out loud. Let's go check Matreiuss. Matreiuss is on 11 himself. So there's 2 boars and 11 cows. And I know Matreiuss is just going up to the top side of his hunt as well. Since there's 2 gold mines, though, since there's 2... I mean, Nullus doesn't necessarily see that they're forward gold mines for Matreiuss. But since there's 2 gold mines, we've seen some players be successful against Loki by rushing the Loki, the aggressor, so to speak. Do you think that's ideal with 2 gold mines, 2 starting gold mines, and all the cows?
Well, yeah, this is just a really, really fantastic map for defending against rushes. Even with the forward gold mines, just having them in different spots, even if that's a tiny forest there, some good building placement, it's going to be able to defend any sort of any rushes really, really easily. You'd have to expect. He's also already moved out onto his second hunt, so he's probably going to eat all of this and be able to move back home fairly fairly safely, you'd have to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Having said that, it looks like Nullus shan't be rushing here. We got a temple back in the base for Nullus. We have a forward temple for Matreiuss right in front of the hunt. Look at that. That second patch of deer
Yes.
right there, where Nullus would be going.
Yeah, this is really, really smart. And this is kind of the difficulty of the Norse war, right? It's like, where do you put your temple? Do you put it on your hunt? Do you put it on your opponent's hunt? Do you put it in your base? And we've seen this game, obviously, very, very different approach from both players.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, having said that, there is that huge amount of deer hunt up there, but there's also, I don't know if you saw, there's also an Aurochs down there for Nullus, down there on the bottom side next to the gold mine.
Yeah.
So he does have plenty of hunt in the boars. He's got the cows. He could also sneak down there for a little bit of hunt as well. He might not be able to get the deer anytime soon, but there's options. There's options.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be another Aurochs somewhere on the map for Matreiuss, but it's not a big deal if he misses out on 400 food by not scouting it, especially with all the cows. I'm interested to see how this one's going to go, because we've got Freya, we've got Forseti. Might seem standard, but we've seen a lot of variety in these Norse wars. You really never know what anyone's going to do until you see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of one of the unique matchups in that respect.
Well, especially with Loki and myth unit spawns, you never quite know how, battle to battle, you never quite know how they're going to go. So this game could be over, here in just a minute. Probably not, considering the resources we've been talking about. But
yeah,
you could take a really bad fight and boom, it's a 6-minute game, or it could turn into a wonder win like Chemo had last Fimbulwinter.
Oh, was that against Chrono JJ or something?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Leave it to the raw players to get a wonder win. In the Norse
he
Wars.
also got like a 5-minute win, so you got to give him a little bit.
It was a really good series. It was a really good series. I'm thinking this is going to be a really good series too. Both players are up. We got longhouses right outside of Nullus's gold mine, popping up the wall chips around his towers. I like that. Amazing. Longhouses are up. Looking good so far.
Yeah, this is wild. The troll moving forward for Matreiuss is a risky move, but it's really, really tough to actually deal with a troll as Odin. I think the only real way you can deal with a troll is if the opponent missed micros or using your Valkyrie. And we've seen Nullus already sending that forward, and Matreiuss is already in defense or has his hearse already in position to defend that. This is a really, really nice start here for Matreiuss.
I completely agree. Already kicked Nullus off of gold. He's got a hearse here that's just about toast. Torfy Giant Liker back in there. Throwing Axeman. This is nice. I really like that Matreiuss goes for Forseti. He doesn't necessarily want to go for the Heimdall approach since there's the 2 gold mines. But he goes really aggressive and he goes double longhouse. So his production is going to be amazing compared to Nullus's. Yeah, those throwing axemen pop out. Do you remember how much faster the throwing axemen pop out for Loki?
Well, it's going to be 10%
faster.
10% faster, so 1.6 seconds faster.
Longhouse is already down. He's already kicked Nullus off of that gold mine. This is looking good, man.
Yeah, like Nullus just can't approach because that troll is bonkers.
You're all about that troll, huh?
He's so strong.
Where's the Valkyrie? Valkyrie's picked off. Nullus didn't save his Valk, huh?
I mean, Nullus could just get himself watchtowers and he'd actually be... That'd be enough of a defense to be able to engage.
If he kept his longhouses up, I would say yes, he definitely could. He's lost 2 longhouses. That's 220 wood. He had to rebuild the longhouses. He's going to lose a house right now. This is looking great for Matreiuss. He might not have gone Heimdall, but it's kind of looking like he did.
Yeah, he's just all over Nullus, and I mean, Nullus is still getting resources. He's dropping behind in population and has no real economy, or no real resources in the bank, which makes it very worrying. We'll see what he can do. The one thing that is also good about Norse wars is you can never, ever put a Norse player out of throwing a game, because it's always possible. So You got to stay focused. You got to stay focused. Never count the Norse player out.
Of course. I mean, I would say, is that it? Is that like an inside joke that I'm missing?
No, it's just the reality.
Well, so okay, I mean, you're horny for a troll here, man.
Well,
We
there's
got a
two
second
now.
Troll that just came in. There's 2 now, exactly. Buckle up, Nullus.
It's just like the throw in action. It got 10% pierce armor. These trolls deal 12 damage, and it's like slow damage. So it's like when the projectile hits, I think it takes like 2 seconds or something for the projectile to hit. So it's dealing like 24 damage or 22 damage a throw. It's pretty crazy. I don't think that's exactly right. 2 seconds? 1.5? I don't know. It's good damage.
I'm gonna leave the math to you.
I love the math. I'm all about it. I can't do it myself, but I'm about
it. Okay. I'm all about you doing the math as well. Okay. Okay, do the math on this. 1,600 gold left over in the bank in that mine for Nullus. And then what?
Well, it's where the matchup gets interesting is if Nullus can get to the heroic age and can utilize Frost, he can pick off an entire army of Matreiuss. Obviously, you also want to use Frost on flaming weapons, but sometimes
you that'd be worthwhile to use it before flaming weapons.
Sometimes, maybe not in this situation, but he's got to do something.
Honestly, Matreiuss could steal cows right now. That would be huge. There's 4 cows he could steal. He could even snipe the cows, stop them from fattening.
100%. Another thing there that Nullus did, and he actually really helped him out there, was he had all of his throwing axemen in the town center, which allowed his town center to get bonus damage done without taking any damage. And he's actually caught back up on population here.
Dude, not only is he caught back on population, Matreiuss is stuck back here.
What? The forest fire
comes in? The forest fire in the back. What? Those trolls are stacked, by the way. You see those trolls? They're stacked on top of each other. There's 2 of them sitting right there.
Yeah, doing damage. But the Hersa are here for Nullus. So he's going to be able to take them all down very fast.
What did you say about throwing games?
I don't know. Something about Norse players throwing games. Matreiuss is still fine here. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. He's still in a good position.
What about Poseidon players throwing games?
Yeah. Everyone throws games. It's.
Dude, that was huge. That was completely huge for Nullus to take that fight. That was so huge. I don't know how many Herser that Matreiuss lost right there, but I think now Nullus is ahead in population. He's got a decent number of Herser to handle any type of myth unit spawns. He can maybe push out to the gold mine now, which he's not doing, but okay, whatever. This is great for Nullus, man. He was looking super sketchy early on, but that was huge. That was completely huge.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that I think that Matreiuss could have been doing to just improve his chances in this game. One thing would have been, for this entire time, to have been moving his villagers out of his main base and grabbing that gold mine down the bottom or outside of his base. Because now that that's happened, he may have to contend with the fact that he's going to have to deal with a Ragnarok here. And a good way to deal with a Ragnarok is to have a 3,000 gold mine in your base. So
Very true.
We'll see if he's going to be able to bring himself back in here. He does get the heroic age first, which might be early enough to get some value out of flaming weapons before Frost comes through, but Nullus is now clicked up to Skadi as well. Oof.
Uh-oh, Matreiuss, what's he gonna do? Speaking of that, Matreiuss was able to take his deer spot, plus also Nullus's deer spot that his villagers are just leaving now, so he's had insane food eco throughout this entire game, honestly.
Yeah, I guess that gives, I mean, it given that the Great Hunt came down for Nullus, it basically equalizes maybe a little bit better for, or more than a little bit better for Matreiuss in the end in terms of total hunt gathered, right? So really big for him.
Oh yeah. This is looking really good for him, man. 3 longhouse production for Nullus. 2, is that 2 plus 2? 2 temples, 2 Double Battleborn production for Matreiuss. Okay. Okay. Nullus is... This is insane, dude. Even though Braggy just came in, Nullus is still pushing out. Okay, Scotty is in as well. No problemo, I suppose.
I will say, the one thing that I've learned from watching this matchup is that Battleborn get countered really, really hard by Frost Giants. And the unit that counters Frost Giants, what do you reckon it is?
You tell me.
Trolls.
In your opinion.
Trolls.
Especially hammer trolls. Man.
Yeah, exactly. This is great micro from Nullus pulling back here. He does decide to kill the Frost early. Wild. Absolutely
Heavy throwing
wild.
axeman. Dude, okay, heavy throwing axeman. That's, I think... I'm speechless. I'm starting to talk here, but I'm speechless. I think this is crazy. Why did he do that? Especially with heavy thrown axeman coming in. Could he not just continue to take that fight and then use frost on flaming weapons?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's scared that his gold is about to run out and he wants some sort of an advantage here, but I just don't understand it.
Heavy infantry coming in for Matreiuss as well. 102 population to 113.
Now I guess...
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that Nullus feels like that this flaming weapons is just not going to do anything. And he's not wrong.
Oh my
Matreiuss
God.
blunders here. He clicks flaming weapons straight away and all of his units die.
Yeah. I mean, by all means, flaming weapons last for, you know, he's got another 44 or 43 seconds for the flaming weapons, but still. He barely has any army that is benefiting from the flaming weapons. Are you kidding me? Speaking of throwing games, dude, this might be a second, the second throw in a row for Matreiuss. Holy smokes. Game ain't over yet, dude. By all means, game ain't over yet. Like,
not over. Never is.
the battle, of course not. The Battleborn spawns could be huge against the throwing axemen. Like you said, trolls do a pretty decent job countering the frost giants.
Yeah. And yes, the hardest part about Odin is that, and this is what all the Odin players complain about, is that those Herser, 4.2 speed, only real myth unit killing unit before you get to the Jarl. How do you kill those fast units? How do you kill those ranged units? Really, really tough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Plus, Matreiuss getting heavy throwing axeman himself, he can pick off those slow Odin Herser so quickly.
Yeah, I'm just surprised he's not spamming out trolls. Obviously
You need wood for that.
That's true. The hard part is that Ragnarok is a very, very, very good counter to trolls.
That's all you need to counter troll spam is just Ragnarok. That's it.
It's gonna come.
Dude,
but
I don't even know if
post
Matreiuss is gonna
Ragnarok,
get there.
the counter to fire giants is yet again trolls.
There you go, trolls OP. Dude, weird fight coming in here. I don't know if this is a good fight for Matreiuss, man. He's got that's good Battleborn special attack there. I guess the Frost Giants are down, but still, this is a weird fight coming in here for Matreiuss, dude. I feel like he's lost one too many fights in this game.
Yeah, Matreiuss just knows he needs to get some damage done, otherwise he's gonna be really, really hurting come Balder. But I think he's just forcing it a little bit too much here.
Well, on top of that, I'm gonna keep my screen here on the fight here, people. But if you look at the minimap, you can see Matreiuss is out of cows. He has no farms. So here pretty soon, all of that delicious food that he's been using so far, he's got no more basically. So his economy is going to be real rough moving forward from here on out. What do you balance? Like we're talking about the troll spam that he needs, but he also needs farms.
Throw a market down, everyone onto gold, buy food. If you win here, you win the game because the gold mine that Nullus has, that's the only one you can get. Every other gold mine is forward on the map down the bottom side. So for Matreiuss, just everyone on gold buys food, actually builds some trolls. The battle balls might work. I don't know.
He's got double temple. If you build enough battle boars, you can probably outspam battle boars compared to frost giants, I suppose. There's potential, I guess. But trolls wouldn't hurt as well, man. That's for sure. Well, I mean, the game ain't over here. Nullus is on his gold mine, and he's looking like he's pretty close to going mythic. We got the market going up, so we could see Ragnarok here pretty soon. Matreiuss is forcing fights. He keeps losing the fights, so I'm just not confident that it's actually going to work. But if he forces Nullus to actually continue fighting, he could maybe prevent or at least delay the Ragnarok from coming in.
Yeah, he has managed to get a little bit of a raid here onto these dwarves, picking off one of those ox carts. But
ooh, nice.
Yeah, he's just. I just don't think these battle boar are getting as much value. Well, the raiding battle boar are, but in the fight against those Thrown Axemen, it doesn't seem like they're getting as much value as you possibly could.
Yeah, I agree.
And now we do see Matreiuss throwing farms down.
There we go. Okay, it's got a second town center as well. That gives him a little pop advantage.
There is a world here where Matreiuss defends Ragnarok.
Okay. There is a world.
There is a world.
It
happens sometimes.
Yes. Dude! The dwarves are getting pulled. The dwarves and the vills are getting pulled. I think this is completely worth it. This is exactly what we saw in Nullus against Scotty in round 1. He kept taking fights on his gold mine, on his hunt, etc., bringing in the dwarves and the villagers in order to win fights. And boom, he wins the fight and it clicks up Balder, just like that. Yep. Is this world here, Boit?
I don't know.
Do you think Matreiuss is strong enough?
It's 2 town centers for Matreiuss. He has to stay. He has to stay heroic age, and he needs to somehow find a gold mine that Nullus is not going to see. Whether that's the bottom gold mine down there, if we can see that one, potentially there's another gold mine on the map elsewhere. Yeah, there's a couple of black spots on the map where gold is sitting behind. But yeah, Matreiuss, he needs to find that gold. Otherwise, life's going to be tough.
Indeed. He has a lot in the bank. That's something at the very least. There's a lot in the bank. Good battle boar raid right here. Not quite going to get a ton of kills, but... Okay, never mind, JK. Froststeins for the win.
Yeah. The other thing is that Nullus doesn't really need to click Ragnarok here. Like, Matreiuss is trying to force fights and trying to do stuff, but you don't have to click Ragnarok unless you have to click it. And sometimes it's better to not.
Indeed. In fact, if he just stayed heroic, I think he might even... He's been winning fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. He might just take this game from Matreiuss playing a bit too yellow.
Yeah. And it's funny watching this game because this is such Nullus style. He's a defender at heart, and he does go for that immediate Ragnarok. 237 population.
Nice. Plus bronze mail coming in.
Matreiuss does have a gold mine that... Okay, he's going to defend his own. Not going to try it.
GG.
This is a good game. Yeah. Matreiuss YOLOing into the main base and Nullus managing to hold on there was just too big.
Well, I mean, it's one thing that in any Age mythology game, not just Norse Wars, in any game, like the first battle, the first fight, if you can win the first fight, that really sits you on top with the advantage, at least typically. But not only did Nullus win well, I guess technically Nullus lost the first little battle because he got pushed off of that front gold mine. But it was just a small one. After that, Matreiuss went a little bit too deep into the backside of Nullus's base, lost a ton of army. And after that, it was just loss after loss after loss after loss after loss. He had a killer economy. But in fact, I want to look at the KD. I don't know if you're looking at the post game at all.
I'll check it out. It's good economy for, I guess, both players. I mean, a little bit more gold for Matreiuss, but... Yeah, Nullus's kill loss is wild here.
Very nice, very nice. Especially, when you have a positive When you have a positive KD, I mean, he should if he would have if he didn't use Ragnarok. But anyways, a positive KD against Loki, Odin against Loki. That's huge, man. That is huge. Well played. Very well played for Nullus. Nicely done.
Great first win. It's the best of 3, right?
Best of 3, yeah.
Potentially 2 more games coming. We'll make it happen.